So after a year living in hospital, I felt ready, kind of ready to be discharged and actually start to live kind of in the community, go to university and do all of that stuff that I really wanted to do when I was in hospital. But obviously with mental health, we all have it, and that's why we all have to find a way to manage our own mental health. And for me, it's been really important over the last 11 years since coming out of hospital to identify my own coping mechanisms and those things that might trigger me off so that I can manage my mental health in a really right way. There's things that I do that are really helpful for me, and I think these are things that actually we should all be doing for our mental health. The first one is exercise, and I exercise now in a really healthy way. It gives me that headspace to think about things. I don't do it to punish myself anymore, but actually just to try and help build me up, but also, like I said, to give me that space to actually understand more about my own self and give me the time to actually process things that I'm going through. The second thing is around knowing what my triggers are and identifying triggering situations and then learning how I can manage that and then build up the evidence that I survived that one triggering situation and then I can do it again. The third one is around challenging myself. And actually, this is something that I've only been doing probably for the last year or so. And for me, it's really important that I keep challenging my recovery and pushing myself further. How I see it is the anorexia is something that is just all around me. And over time, it causes me to restrict. It causes me to cut out food, cut out carbs, whatever it might be. And if I'm not constantly pushing it out and challenging it, then actually over time, it will make me restrict so much more. And I think it's important for all of us to actually identify those situations and challenge ourselves through that so that we don't plateau in certain parts of our life and actually maybe just function with a mental health problem instead of actually properly living life. And then the final two come hand in hand together. And one of them is therapy. So I do still have therapy, and I'm totally okay with saying that. I think for me, the therapy really, really benefits me now. And actually, a lot of the work that I'm doing now in my therapy is trauma therapy and things that I'd never actually tackled when I first went into hospital. And the second one is talking about things. And again, it's really important that we all have people around us that we talk to. I spent so much of my life hiding how I felt, feeling really sad and isolated a lot of the time, but not knowing how to talk about it with people, not knowing those words to use. And I meet people every single day who also struggle with this. And that's why it's so important that we all have maybe 5 or 6 people that we can honestly have that discussion with. People that we can be 100% okay with saying, I'm having a really bad day today. I'm really struggling at the moment. And once we've identified those people, it's then about using them to make us accountable to them, but also to help trust and support each other to build up that support network. And I guarantee that actually the more you talk to people about how you're feeling, the better you will feel, but also the knock-on effects on other people will be massive. So I encourage you this World Mental Health Day to actually try and identify those people and to actually start having these really honest conversations about how you're feeling.